I'm Claudia, and 2 years ago I found myself at a fork in the road. Not only literally, but in my life, I chose the road less traveled and fell in love with freedom, so much so that I am currently renovating my tiny home on wheels so I can live as a nomad all over this gorgeous country while I discover what I'm truly made of. Since I no longer have an office, at least not for now, I thought maybe you won't mind the ocean. I am in beautiful Carlsbad, California, and I would like to talk to you about the mistakes that I made and the tips that I learned after installing my Cork flooring. These are my rookie mistakes and my rookie tips. If you have professional advice, please leave them in the comment. It was about 2 minutes into my work that I make my first mistake. The first mistake I made already, I started from the entrance into the inside area. So from the entrance in, which is not a good idea because then I can't get out of here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start from the most interior area, which is right here. And I'm gonna make my way from here out so I can leave the room and let it dry. So make sure that you start from the farthest point in all the way out, otherwise you won't be able to get out. Make sure that you leave yourself some room to avoid this, some room to reach for whatever you need, like tiles. If you're installing glue down flooring and you have long hair like I do, put your hair up. I initially had mine in pigtails, and as I was applying the glue to the floors, my pigtails were rubbing against the floor. So I had glue on the tip of my hair. So make sure you put your hair up rather than pigtails or something else that is gonna drag the floor. So if you're doing the glue down flooring, make sure that you let the glue dry very well. Both surfaces, the back of the tile and the floor, they must be dry. I thought that let them be tacky would be enough, but it wasn't. I had to let them dry fully for them to make a good contact. Wear socks, wear shoes, wear something to protect your skin. I decided to wear socks because my toe started to peel off as I was kneeling down and my foot is like this rubbing against the tile. The skin started to peel off, so I'm wearing socks. If you're following a pattern, as you install your tile, make sure that you mark the back of the tile, not only for the pattern, but also the direction you are installing the tile. I had the hardest time because I was following a pattern, but I wasn't marking my tiles. And since I was doing a few at a time, by the time I had the back glued and the floor glued, and I was ready to go install it, I had forgotten the direction of the tile or the pattern that I was following. The same goes for the cuts. If you're cutting tiles and you will have areas where the tile is going to be the same size, make sure that you do mark the tiles for the cuts and the pattern. Give yourself a little note on the back and mark the direction the tile is going with an arrow, a word, whatever, and then mark also the side where that tile belongs to. If you're working during the heat, I recommend to wear flowy clothing. And honestly, I would just wear my sport bra and work like that. But since I'm videotaping myself, I don't want to cause any trouble. Yeah, I would be totally better off just wearing my top and nothing else, but I'm doing it for you. I want to be proper. So wear flowy clothes, otherwise it's gonna get stuck to your skin and sweat. I know I could show you how beautiful Carlsbad is. It's a really beautiful beach town, but I'm sure there are many videos about it, better than I could do. I just wanted to stay in touch with you and tell you about my mistakes and the tips I learned after installing my Cork flooring before I forget, because my memory is becoming fragile, the same as my eyesight. I just want to show you the beautiful Carlsbad Beach, our beautiful Pacific Ocean that in a way also connects me with my native country of Chile. We share the same Pacific Ocean. Anyway, I hope that this video is useful to someone. At least enjoy the beautiful ocean views. There's really nothing like being here. Just being here makes you feel at peace, renewed. And I wish that more of you could have the opportunity to enjoy such a places like this of our beautiful nature. I can't wait to be on the road again. By the way, there's no progress made in my kitchen cabinet, but I'm being patient, waiting. I think that it's gonna happen. It has to happen. I just don't know when. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are, and come back for the next one. Ciao.